The power of order. Life without order is like walking through a fog where nothing feels clear, where every step feels heavy because you don't know where you're going. When your surroundings are filled with clutter, your mind absorbs that chaos and reflects it back as stress, confusion, and anxiety. When your schedule is scattered, your energy leaks into distractions instead of flowing toward your goals. This is why organizing your life is not just about neatness. It is about aligning your inner world with your outer world. Most people wait for motivation to strike before they take control. They wait for the perfect day to start cleaning, planning, or creating routines. But motivation is unreliable. It rises and falls like the weather. If you depend only on it, you will always find excuses. True change begins not with motivation, but with discipline. Forcing yourself to create order, especially when you don't feel like it, is the beginning of transformation. It is the moment you stop letting circumstances control you and start taking ownership of your life. When you organize your environment, you send a clear message to yourself. I matter. My life matters. My energy matters. You show yourself respect by not living in clutter, confusion, or disarray. You declare that you deserve clarity, you deserve peace, and you deserve focus. And this act of discipline extends far beyond your physical space. It reshapes your thoughts, your emotions, and even your spirit. Think about how you feel when your desk is clear, your room is clean, and your tasks are written down. There is a calmness, a sense of relief, as if the weight has been lifted. That is not an accident. It is the natural effect of order. Your mind craves structure, even if you resist it. Without it, you drown in endless noise. With it, you create the silence needed for growth, creativity, and focus. This is why organization is not a small act. It is a spiritual act. It is a way of telling the universe that you are ready to handle more, that you are prepared to grow, and that you are committed to walking your path with clarity. Chaos drains your energy, but order multiplies it. Every small step you take to bring order to your life, whether it's making your bed, creating a morning routine, or setting aside time for reflection, plants the seed for a more powerful, more purposeful future. So don't wait for the perfect moment to begin. Don't wait until you feel like it. Force yourself into action now. Start with one drawer, one corner, 1 hour of focus. Small acts of order build momentum, and momentum builds transformation. The power of order is the foundation for everything else in your life. And once you claim it, you begin to realize just how much strength you already have within you. Discipline creates freedom. At first, forcing yourself to organize your life may feel like a burden. You might resist it, thinking that structure will restrict your freedom or take away your spontaneity. But the truth is quite the opposite. Discipline is not a prison. It is a pathway to freedom. When you live without order, you become a slave to distractions, to procrastination, to the endless chaos of unfinished tasks. But when you bring discipline into your life, you reclaim control. You stop letting external circumstances dictate your energy and begin to channel that energy toward what truly matters. Consider how much time is wasted every day simply searching for things in a messy room, or deciding last minute what to do next because no plan exists. Every moment spent in disorder drains your focus and scatters your attention. Discipline solves this by creating structure. When you have clear routines, when you know where things belong, and when you set priorities for your day, you conserve energy. You no longer waste mental space on trivial decisions because the framework is already in place. That is the real freedom discipline gives. It frees your mind from clutter so you can use your energy for creation, growth, and purpose. At first, building discipline feels uncomfortable because it forces you to confront your own resistance. Your mind will try to convince you that you are fine without it, that you can wait until later, that structure is too rigid. But the moment you push past that resistance, you discover something powerful. Consistency creates momentum, and momentum creates transformation. What once felt like a heavy task soon becomes a natural rhythm, and with that rhythm comes peace. Think of an artist who organizes their tools before painting, or an athlete who trains daily with a set routine. Their discipline doesn't limit them, it empowers them. It gives them the foundation to excel, to express, and to succeed. The same is true in your life. When you establish order in your space, in your time, and in your habits, you open the door to a higher level of performance. You no longer live reactively, constantly putting out fires. You live proactively, designing your days with intention. And here is the deeper truth. Freedom is not found in doing whatever you want, whenever you want. That kind of freedom often leads to chaos, exhaustion, and regret. Real freedom is knowing that your life is under your control, that your energy is protected, and that your path is clear. Real freedom is having the discipline to say no to distractions so you can say yes to your purpose. By forcing yourself to build discipline, you are not restricting your life, you are elevating it. You are creating the conditions where peace, clarity, and success can thrive. This is why discipline is not punishment, but the highest form of self-love. It is you saying to yourself, I will no longer live in chaos. I will choose order, because through order, I create the freedom to become my best self. Living in alignment. When you commit to organizing your life, you are doing far more than just clearing clutter or setting schedules. You are stepping into alignment with your true self. Every organized space, every structured routine, every intentional choice becomes a reflection of the clarity and purpose you are cultivating within. Life is not just about getting through the day, it is about living with meaning. And meaning requires alignment, your actions, your environment, and your thoughts working together in harmony. Think about how it feels when everything around you is in order. Your room is tidy, your schedule is clear, and your priorities are defined. There is a sense of peace, a calm energy that flows through you. That feeling is not random. It is the natural result of alignment. When the external matches the internal, you step into a state of balance where energy flows freely and creativity expands. This is why people who live with organization often feel lighter, more centered, and more capable. They are not weighed down by the distractions of chaos. Living in alignment also means honoring the bigger picture of your life. You are not just organizing for the sake of neatness. You are organizing so that your energy can be directed toward what truly matters. A clean space allows you to think more clearly. A planned schedule gives you time to focus on your goals. A disciplined routine frees you from constant decision fatigue. In this state, your mind, body, and spirit begin to cooperate instead of competing, and that cooperation fuels growth. When you live in alignment, you no longer chase after everything at once. You learn to prioritize, to say yes only to what serves your purpose, and to let go of what drains your energy. This creates not only productivity but also spiritual clarity. You begin to see which paths are aligned with your destiny and which ones are simply distractions disguised as opportunities. That awareness itself is freedom, because it helps you conserve your most valuable resource, your energy. Alignment also brings resilience. When life throws challenges your way, and it always will, an organized and disciplined foundation helps you stay grounded. Instead of being thrown into chaos, you are able to adapt, adjust, and keep moving forward. Chaos shakes those without structure, but those who live in alignment bend without breaking. Their energy is not easily scattered because they have already trained themselves to live with clarity and order. Ultimately, organizing your life is a sacred act. It is not just about control, it is about creation. You are creating the conditions for peace, success, and spiritual growth. You are sending a message to yourself and to the universe that you are ready for more, that you are prepared to handle greater blessings, and that you will not waste the gifts you have been given. Living in alignment means living intentionally. And when you choose intention over chaos, you step into the life you were always meant to live. As we reach the conclusion of this message, let us return to the central truth. Your life is a reflection of your order, your discipline, and your alignment. Chaos and disorder may feel easier in the short term, but they silently drain your energy, cloud your mind, and block your growth. On the other hand, forcing yourself to bring structure into your world opens the door to clarity, peace, and purpose. The act of organizing is not just about tidying your space. It is about shaping your destiny. When you choose to organize your life, you are making a statement. You will no longer allow circumstances or habits to control you. You are stepping into the role of creator rather than victim. Organization is not about being perfect. It is about being intentional. It is about designing an environment and a rhythm that serve your highest goals instead of distracting you from them. Every small act of order becomes an act of empowerment. Every decision to clean, plan, or prioritize strengthens your ability to live with focus. Think of how many times chaos has cost you. Missed opportunities, wasted time, unnecessary stress. Now imagine what would be possible if your energy was no longer scattered, but fully available to create, to love, to grow. That is the power of discipline. It gives you the freedom to live life on your terms instead of being tossed around by external forces. This freedom is not found in doing whatever you want in the moment. It is found in building the structure that allows your true self to flourish. Living with organization also aligns you with purpose. When your days are intentional, when your space reflects clarity, and when your routines support growth, you are no longer living in survival mode. You are living in creation mode. You are shaping a life that reflects who you truly are and who you are meant to become. This is why organization is deeply spiritual. It connects the outer with the inner. It harmonizes your environment with your soul. Yes, the beginning is hard. Forcing yourself to change will feel uncomfortable, even unnatural, but growth always feels uncomfortable at first. With time, what feels like discipline becomes habit, and what feels like effort becomes flow. One small act of organization creates momentum, and momentum transforms everything. So the choice lies before you. Continue living in the weight of chaos or step into the freedom of order. Begin where you are, with what you have. Clear one space, plan one day, build one new habit. Let these small steps expand into a lifestyle of alignment. Because when you force yourself to organize your life, you are not just cleaning your environment. You are clearing the path to your future. You are opening the doors to peace, clarity, and strength. And once you live in alignment, nothing outside of you can shake the power that lies within.